Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
Well, as you can see, we are in Lake's entrance on our break, but just before we left, we actually managed few fishing trips back home.
Yeah, one was offshore. We went with John Lone Ranger. We went 50-meter line, bound heads, and we got some nanny guys, we got some pinkies. So you're going to see that video very soon. And also we managed to go to Mud Island, and Mud Island was actually really producing some nice squid. And that's going to come in future episodes. But today we got something different.
Well, in today's episode, we are going to show you one of TB's very good friends came over just before we left, and he wants to go fishing with his kids, but he's a total beginner, I guess. So
we had a one-on-one.
TB had a one-on-one with him.
So we're going to show you basically just the basics that I actually set through with Sam, and I tried to introduce him to Port Philli Bay, different fish species, and yeah, rigs, how to catch them, how to clean them, how not to get stabbed by flathead. So let's watch today's episode. Well, today we're actually getting my friend Sam hooked on fishing. So we set up a couple snapper rods for him. So now we have to actually set up the rigs. And easiest, obviously, it's the proper snapper rig by Reddy's. But this rig, you have to alter a little bit. So what I normally do is put a little bolt sinker. Sam's filming, obviously, so you can see what's going on. And then, basically, that's your rig. And one more thing you need is a swivel. So you put a swivel and uni knot. Now, pay attention, uni knot. Close up, 2 fingers, I cross here. The tag, I go around, and when I do that, I actually got a letter O underneath. Now the tag goes through that loop 3-4 times. 2, 3. Now, what's the beauty about the uni knot? The more you pull, the tighter it gets. So basically, just you have to lubricate it and that, but I won't do that now for TV. But here, so that's your uni knot. So I hope you recorded so you can see. Now cut the tag. This is now your rig. That's your proper snapper rig. It's called basically a running rig. So you got 2 hooks, and then obviously grab your rod. I normally use the fast clip, just run it through. If I can see, here we go. And that's it. So now we got the rig happening. Now I'll show Sam how to put the pilchard on this. Just give me 1 second, stay there. I'll grab a pilchard. And this is how you load it up.
You're not cutting it off.
Not cutting anything. So you go through the middle, yeah?
Yep.
Through the middle, take it through, and then through the gills. I actually go up, backward, and through the gills, because the gills are quite strong part. So that's my first hook, just sits like that. Second hook, through the half, in and out. And I nearly got my finger. So we got 2 hooks now, one there. And then what I do is couple half hitches. That's your safety. 1 and 2. So now that pilchard, there is no way to run. Once they grab this, the snapper swallows the whole thing. There's no way
to untie this after.
No, you don't have to untie nothing. When she takes it, she'll take the whole thing. That'll break, fall apart. So yeah. But you see the hooks? You see the exposure?
How I put it back?
once you get off, you just push the line through if you think. If you want to take it off, push the line once, just push it through. There you go. But hopefully you don't have to take it back because, well, there'll be other fish that's gonna eat it. So there you go. So that's
when I'm pulling that from the fish, when I got fish.
The pilchard will fall apart. Pilchards actually, they are very soft bite and they fall apart. Make sense? Easy? Alright. The second snapper rig is actually a paternoster rig, and we normally run 2 hooks. Again, I run the Redis, normal Redis rigs, but you can use them in Black Magic, you can use them hook 'em, you can use any one you feel like. Now, the only thing you have to do with Redis rig is make a loop, and the loop is actually to put a sinker. So if you film this, all I do is basically with the loop put a sinker through and in. That's it. So now that's a complete rig. With this rig we don't run a full pilchard. We actually run, I normally cut a head and I cut a bit of tail, and you can even make a smaller cube. You can make squid rings, just run it, push it through, and that's enough. And the same at the top. So that's now a baited rigs. That's it. Because snapper will chum that anytime. She's gonna slam it. Now, the beauty about this setup, I'm just gonna get a bit more line here. Alright, it is that with a quick release, you can actually just take your paternoster off, and if you saw salmon busting up, all you do is put one of these on. Okay, if I can get it right. Yeah, here we go. So now Sam's ready to cast at salmon and retrieve, or just put this one behind the boat, go around the school of salmon with the boat just in the gear, and that's it. You're laughing. Then if you up for squid, you take that off. So that's out. Grab a squid jig. So the same setup, everything is the same setup. Put a squid jig on the same way on the, and there we go. The clips I use here is the hook 'em one. They call it quick clip, or so you just click them on, and you're laughing. And then back to fishing. If you want, even if you want to change the hooks from small to big or from big to small, this is the best way to do it. So you just quickly, they're strong enough. You're gonna see on our video that we went offshore, one of this clip, we had a massive, and I'm talking massive, school shark, and John Lone Ranger was fighting it. This clip never let go. What happened is the school shark bit the leader. But that's the simplest setup you can do. Again, this little plastic ball here, it's not to attract fish or anything, it's just not to damage your eyelet. So when you retrieve the line like so, and it hits, the metal doesn't hit the actual eyelet, because that's where the problem is. It'll damage it, then that will damage your line, you lose the fish of your lifetime. So that's beginners, I believe, setup, and hopefully Sam send us some pictures with some fish that he caught. Well, while we're setting up now, it's a King George and squid rod, so much smaller rod, much smaller gear, less, obviously less kilos. So with the fiberglass that is got for snapper, you can bring a gummy that's 10 kilo, 15 kilo, no problems. With this particular rod, obviously it's not meant to do that. This is actually up to, 5 kilo snapper will be no problems. Anything more than that, I think either the rod will break or the line, obviously, because the line's only 8 pounds here, they're gonna chop up. So what happens with, why we're setting up this and not using the big rods, because when the King George nibbles, you don't feel anything. So with this rod, you can feel everything. It's very sensitive. It's really, really, like, how can I explain? Really light gear, how can I say? Very, very light. So if you want to cast for bream, if you want to cast for anything all day, you want something like this. Now, it is a carbon fiber, and the problem with carbon fiber is make sure you don't hit it. A lot of people hit it on the rocket launcher. If you do that, game over. They break like glass. So it's very important to have stuff like that when you're chasing squid or King George, but be aware that if you get a snapper or gummy or something on this, it may break. A running rig for Sam. Now they're really nicely packed. So what the running rig means, obviously small hook as so, and take this out, put the, and it's got a spot for your sinker and just a swivel to go straight on this. So if you put the swivel through, there we go. We got the running rig happening. And now the sinker, Sam, that's where your sinker goes, onto this. So you open that, leave the sinker in there and close it.
And you reuse this back or not?
Yeah, of course you can reuse. So that's the running rig. So there is a hook, there is a sinker, and that's it. And again, you want to put squid jig, take this off, put a squid jig. You want to put salmon jig, take this off. There you go. Salmon. Very easy, simple setup that does everything. So you don't have to come up with these Einstein things, because why reinvent hot water? Well, Sam asked how we return this rig back onto this. Simple. You got the little pin through the actual eyelet of the swivel, plug it on and just wind it. Once you wind that through, this bit, just obviously put the hook just into the sponge anyway, and that's it. That can stay away as it is. Very simple, easy. Most likely the first fish you're gonna catch will be flathead. Now the problem is a lot of people pay the price, and you don't have to, meaning you get stabbed. You actually get stabbed. I got stabbed millions of times. So I'm gonna just put a flathead, don't want. Yeah. We went offshore, so we got quite a few different fish. So there is your flathead, and once you get it, I'm just gonna put a hook in his mouth. There we go. And once you get the flathead, the important part is, while he's on the line, you get one of these dehookers. But what happens is you need to keep tension. So you grab it, grab the line, pull the actual main line off, shake him out. Do not just grab it and shake him like this. It's going nowhere. You must have that tension. So I'll do it again. It's important to have this tension. Come on, go through. There we go. Here we go. So, away from me, I keep this away from me, put it on the hook, spin him around, twist the hooker and shake him off. That's it. That's how simple, and it falls off. But this tension, very important, because if it's loose, there is no way to go. When you get a flathead, the most important part is to watch them. You see this? On the back of the gills. They can do some damage. If they do, and you get stabbed and you start bleeding, just rub it on the stomach. It actually helps, well, releasing the pain, but it's still gonna bleed and all that stuff. Flathead's beautiful fish to eat. So first thing first, grab the fin, put it on the side, and this is how you actually fillet it. Just put it right through, get back along the spine, just about to the end. Why I say just about to the end, because it's easier to flip this over, put the knife into the flesh here and skin it off. So, and when you skin it, this, just shake it left and right, and that's all it is. That is your skin, that is your fillet.
What you do with these red things here?
So you can clean, of course, you can clean all that stuff. And there's bones. There's no bones from here to here. So if people don't like bones, that's your flathead tiles. There is rib bones, which you can obviously get rid of them. But because they're big bones, I suggest you cook it. And once you cook it, you actually, these bones just fall apart. They're just gonna rip out. So, and you still don't lose, because if you take them now, you lose a lot of meat. So just cook it as it is. We'll show you, well, Mima's gonna show you how to cook it. Very simple. And it's a beautiful fish to eat. It's one of the most priced fish.
Why you do this side now?
Okay, take it easy. So I'll put this one on a piece of paper. I always keep the fish on a dry paper, so you dry it before you cook it. So exactly the same trick. On the other side, through the, under the federal fin, down along the spine, just on this, make sure it's on the side. Don't put it like that or like this, on the side. And then once you start, just help yourself with the other hand. All press the knife all along the spine and just get rid of, you know, the fillet. Spin it, the fillet around. So that's my fillet now. And then put the knife in and do the same trick. Now, don't use a very sharp knife because you'll cut through the skin. So that's it. This,
And you throw this, and what
that's
you do with that?
disposal. So we got two nice fillets here of flathead for Sam to try.
Okay.
We just got an addition. Mima has to say something. Here we go.
Well,
What was
all
that?
there is to it, if you have a garden, this thing here,
Leftovers.
the leftovers, what he's about to throw out, you can actually dig a hole and put it in your garden bed. It's a really good fertilizer.
Good or the best?
It's the best fertilizer.
Okay.
Same goes for the ink from the squid. It's an amazing fertilizer. If you have a tuna, like you catch a tuna, amazing fertilizer. Pretty much all the fish is amazing fertilizer, but the oilier the fish, even though flathead is not that oily, the oilier the fish, the better the fertilizer is.
So which fish is this, Stevie?
That's a pinky. So pinky, obviously you can fillet it, that's nice, but what we're gonna do today, gonna use this scaler, and we're gonna scale them first. I actually first scale them and then gut them because it's just easier, keeps it it's much tougher to do it. So this scaler, it's amazing tool. You can see it just falls off, everything falls off it. So grab it and just here it is. All the scales are gone. Why we use this tool? Because with the knife you go like this and you may hit any of these barbs and you get hurt. So when you do that, sometimes even this gonna stab you or underneath. So this tool has enough handle on it, a really good design to actually get rid of the skulls in no time.
Where you buy this tool?
Oh, any fish shop. There's a couple of different brands you can use as well, but this one is Buckingham, and yeah, we like it. It just makes the life easy. And the same on the other side. So now, I don't use fresh water on a fish that I'm gonna freeze, because fresh water becomes ice, and the ice actually burns the flesh. Doesn't taste the same. So if I'm gonna freeze this fish, I'm gonna gut it, vacuum seal it, put it in the freezer, take it out. When I take it out, I can use fresh water just to rinse it off and cook it. If I'm gonna cook it now, yeah, use fresh water, clean it up, put it on the barbie or whatever, it'll be awesome.
And how long can be frozen?
If you vacuum seal it, up to 6 months. And they still taste amazing. So there you go. That's first part done. Then, obviously, I'll just sweep this off. And gut. Cut, press here so the fish doesn't move, and then all the way through. Once you take the guts off, you make sure you get the gills out. The gills are the ones that can actually be a problem later on. So you don't want to freeze them with the gills on. You get the gills first, like this. So all the gills are out, and with the gills you can rip everything out of this pinky. Here you go. I'm not going to show that because it's yuck, but hey. And this now, you just use a piece of paper, wipe it off, and that's it.
You're not cutting head off.
You can if you want to, it's easy. I'll show you that too. But yeah, all this stuff goes out. Just clean it by hand, and it's spot on. Pinky, Nanny, or Flathead? Which one?
Nanny had 5.
Nanny.
Well, Pinky is good, but Nanny kills it.
Super.
What about the Flathead?
Flathead is
Flathead
beautiful.
is not
Flathead is
beautiful
really
as well.
beautiful.
I actually
Flathead.
first Nanny, then Flatty, then Pinky.
Me too.
Well, guys, thanks again for your support. Next week, most likely, we're going to see us with a few more adventures in Port Philli Bay and Bass Strait.
And once again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fish.